Hey everybody, welcome back to the Metroid Other M commentary. This would be the last part if it didn't have a playable epilogue afterwards, but sit back because we got a beef for today.
Ah, great. Here we go.
So many cutscenes. Grab your popcorns, go to your local theater, and pretend it's a movie, because that's basically what it is.
You know, it would have been way cooler if we got to explore a new area for the final area of the game instead of just backtracking to an earlier part. You know? Just saying.
This is what bothers me about the bottle ship in the end, is that the narrative tries to play it as a real place that isn't laid out like a video game, but it's laid out like a video game.
Oh, right, Ridley's in this game. I forgot about that.
It's almost like it was completely inconsequential as to what was actually going on.
Yeah, basically. Is this Ridley Vision? Oh, wait, no, this is...
No, it's Queen Metroid Vision.
Wow, how the hell do they do anything with this kind of eyesight?
I don't know. This is worse than my eyes were before I got these glasses. That's pretty
Maybe
bad.
she also uses a virtual boy.
Let's add the color mode to purple.
Wait.
No, I mean, no, that's the result of your eyesight from using the virtual boy too much.
Yeah, you can only see in red and black.
I was about to say, that's selling the Virtual Boy a bit short, isn't it? Pretty sure you can see things on the Virtual Boy.
Not very well. I've actually played a Virtual Boy a little bit at a con, and like.
Although, you know, if that's the kind of vision that Kenji from Gatawa Shoujo has, it's no wonder he's talking conspiracy theories all the time. Ugh. Yeah, I still remember that game exists. So what?
Don't you fucking judge me. Anyway, so now I believe we have our little callback to Torian here. Despite the fact that we destroyed the Torian earlier, we got a Torian callback anyway.
Oh, what the dead space pirates?
No, more like the corridor that we're about to enter now. Oh, hey James.
So he's the deleter, right?
And there's our deleter.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
The fact that they just dropped that plot point really bothers me, because it could have been neat. Again, if we cared about any of the other crew members, and they followed up with it, and there was more than one boss fight.
It's kind of like a really clumsy hijacked by Ganon moment, because, you know, we got the deleter plot, and that's supposed to be like a build-up to an antagonist, I guess. But then a Metroid just kills James off.
You know,
okay.
that could have been effective if done right. You know, even like that's not a terrible idea. It's just...
Well, you know, in horror disasters, this kind of thing, which, you know, Metroid is kind of based on, there's usually an antagonist who gets fucked over by the monsters.
Yeah, but I think in order for that to work, we would have needed to figure out who the deleter was before they died, you know? You can only assume that James is the deleter after the fact. Because he's
there's usually some sort of side plot going on with that character so that you know that they're a bad guy and what kind of an asshole they are before they get killed. Hell, even Resident Evil does that shit with Wesker, depending on who you're playing as, anyway. In fact, that was half of the Resident Evil 1 novelization was just Wesker's side of the story in classic monster movie form, where he's just being a general asshole and then he gets killed by monsters.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Resident Evil novelization tries to tell both scenarios at once and it just contradicts each other.
Well, it does try to tell both scenarios at once.
And then Wesker gets away. Oh wait, no he doesn't.
It does try to tell both scenarios at once, but it actually does it pretty well. So...
Okay, so a neat little attention to detail here is that Ridley dies in the same pose that he is in the freezer room in Metroid Fusion. Which, again... I wouldn't think that they would put that much detail. I didn't think that they would put that much detail into it, but they did, and I do appreciate. Damn it, Ridley! You killed my mom.
Killed my parents.
God damn it! Why didn't Adam authorize the power bomb before he died?
You know, that is actually
now I can
remarkably.
Never use them again.
You know, that's remarkably in character, actually, for Samus to just go haywire on the corpse. So good job, John. You did it.
I wonder if I can still eat the arm.
Okay, that's going a little far.
Well, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day.
Samus probably... Oh, God.
Rain Cuz!
God, it's the fire Cheerios.
Why would the Galactic Federation need to make those? Like,
I don't know, but in this game they fucking hurt.
they hurt in every
Like, they
game.
really-
They're
Well, what?
No, but
what
not
are
to the
they? Are
extent
they
of this
creatures or are they a security system? What?
These are the real final boss of Metroid 1. The mother
Look
brain.
how much damage that fucking thing did. That's close to a
that's
tank.
That's a return to Samus level of damage.
Yeah, you took 89 points of damage from them. That's a lot. Again, these are the real final boss of Metroid 1. Mother Brain just kind of sits there. In Metroid 1, she just sits there. Occasionally, in Zero Mission, she shoots an energy beam out of her eyeball. But in but in this game, oh no, you're fucked if you get hit by one of those.
This shit out about?
Oh, thanks.
And there's a recharge station just right after it, so taking all that damage is entirely meaningless.
But still, though, I mean, that's obnoxious even for Metroid standards. Well, I didn't realize I was playing Fusion again.
No, no, Samus Returns, man. That game's obnoxious with its difficult.
It's 2010. I'm gonna say Fusion.
Did you beat your fusion run of Samus Returns?
No.
Okay. Oh, I hate this room. I wandered around this room for literally a half an hour with no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. I messed with the brightness on my TV because I thought that I was missing something. You have to look in first-person mode through the windows. That is dumb. That's really, really
Even
dumb.
then, you gotta like highlight it. You gotta get a specific spot because, like, I'm clearly pointing at her.
Yeah, and there's yeah. That took forever.
Oh, it's a person. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Samus was gonna like bang on the door, and then she's like, "Oh wait."
Yeah, I was like, oh, wait.
Knock.
Calm and reserved, Samus.
Stay away! Stay away!
You have to calm down.
Telling someone to calm down is never going to get someone to calm down. Like, when has that ever worked?
The final boss just sort of comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
At first, I didn't think this was the final boss. Like at first, I thought
I
it
didn't
was.
think this is the final boss either. It kind of feels like they forgot to make the final boss with the final scene with MB.
Like this
but-
would have been a cool penultimate boss, I think. But the final boss being MB, like with the mother brains type thing, would have been a good closing note. But this is like, I mean, granted, I like this Queen Metroid fight, but it's just weird as the final boss.
Yeah,
Bark.
I think they were more just going for the shock factor of it because we haven't seen a 3D Queen Metroid at all up until
Well,
this point.
Even still, I think that's a cool.
We hadn't seen really much, almost a color Queen Metroid aside
Yeah,
from the freezing and fusion.
this is kind of a callback that I'm not totally against because this is the last time we saw Queen Metroid. It was like what, Metroid 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is the first like highly detailed Queen Metroid we've ever seen.
Really, the only other time that we've seen Metroids in any other life stage other than the larval form was Metroid Fusion. At the very end, there was an Omega Metroid. So, like, honestly, I think that the other Metroid forms are... Also, Adam, you were kind of wrong about them not being vulnerable to cold anymore.
Well, he said that these ones you might be able to freeze these ones because they're in a larval stage. Well, these are larval stage, so
The Metroids, the higher form of Metroids were always more resistant to cold, though, than the baby ones, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not even like that's new.
Your Metroid lore logic, get that out of here.
Yeah, it's like, all right, just fuck up, Adam. You were just plain fucking wrong. You sacrificed yourself for nothing, you piece of shit.
Samus, you're not authorized to use sass.
Sassmus.
Sassmus.
That's the hardest part of the fight, because you have to freeze the
The
Metroids with the diffusion blast, and then use your Seeker missile in the heat of the moment, which is incredibly fucking awkward to do.
It's almost like switching between standard 3D mode and first-person mode is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because the only thing janky about this phase of the fight is that you now have to shoot the obvious fuck me crystals on her neck with Seeker missiles again, but again, the lock-on feature can just decide what it wants to point at. Okay.
Like that.
You were aiming
Whatever.
right at them.
I was locked on, and it just went for... Wow, whatever.
It's not like your missile count means anything, so...
But still, I'm
Still-
aiming at it.
Still, you have to stand completely still and then wait for Samus to refill them, and not only can that get you hurt, it's just annoying. At this point, in any other Metroid game, you would have 150 missiles, even if you weren't going for everything, by the time you got to the end here. So
I will say, like, one of the more graphically striking things in this game is the Queen Metroid's belly.
Oh yeah, it's like blobby.
It's constantly making these globby motions like that look really twitchy and gross.
There was a similar thing going on with the lava boss earlier that I liked as well. Again, the tech in this game is well done for the Wii. It's just,
Well, in the lava boss, it had those little bubbles on its belly, but they weren't really animated at all. In this case, they really wanted to make the Queen Metroid look disturbing in the way it moved, and they did it without necessarily changing the design at all. They just animated it. And I like that because, it brings an extra layer to the vision that was already there. And I appreciate that kind of creativity when dealing with stuff that we've seen before.
why do we flash back? Oh wait,
Just
no.
like, what would Anthony do?
Remember me? Oh, that's his answer.
Yeah,
To
she loves how the reminder, remember me, Queen
It's
Metroid?
like, I sure do.
What would Adam do? Oh, that's like the opposite of what would Jesus do.
Yeah, what's the least effective way to do something?
What would Adam do? He'd fuck up is what he would do.
Stop this thing! We can't, sir. The ship has to slow down first.
The space station will enter the Earth's orbit in approximately 5 minutes. Dun, 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 do, 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 do.
So apparently, behind the scenes, Anthony saved the world.
Kinda, yeah.
We did it, friends. We saved the world.
Oh. This... Okay, I actually remember this part. This part tripped me up a lot when I first played the game, because
It
I
tripped
didn't...
everybody up.
I didn't think to use the power bomb, because...
Nobody thought to use the power bomb.
I
We haven't
died
had a
here.
tutorial for it since the beginning of the game, and
I died here when I first played the game.
we don't get the customary message that says, "Hey, this thing is authorized now." You know what? In Devil May Cry, when you were supposed to use the stupid super pistols on the final boss to kill it in the cutscene finisher, the menu popped up and told you could do it. The reason for that was so that you wouldn't sit there like a dumbass and not know what to do. Ugh.
So the redhead girl is the real Madeline Bergman, right? And the AI
Yeah.
just used her name to...
Blondie AI girl is in fact MB.
Yeah.
Melissa Bergman.
Oh, you have the same eyes.
The anime is strong with this section of the game.
How is a random scientist faster than Samus in her power suit?
How is Dr. Eggman, a fat old man, faster than the world's fastest hedgehog? All right.
Fear.
Don't come any closer.
This section sucks. Like, honestly, this is the lamest part of the game. Really, it's just like, okay, we're...
Yeah, the game is essentially over.
Stay away.
Yeah,
Because the rest of this is just cutscenes.
Oh,
I
geez.
give them some props for trying to have a cinematic action sequence without QuickTime events, but like we followed up the incomprehensible. We have to suddenly realize that we can use our power bomb now in the Metroid's stomach moment. With we have to suddenly realize that we need to point our gun in the general direction of MB in order to end the game. Okay.
Not to mention that it's just a lot of talking and blah blah blah, cover-ups, government. We kind of just want a satisfying, like, you expect there to
Well,
be
you
another
know,
boss fight, and there isn't one at this point.
Cover-ups and stuff can be interesting when it's not the same evil fat military guy who's an asshole trope that you see in every other anime thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, Star Ocean had a guy exactly like this asshole who's about to walk into the room at the very beginning of The Last Hope. And The Last Hope, if I'm remembering my Star Ocean games right, is the game where your protagonist's name is Edge Maverick, which should give you an idea of the writing quality at work there. I have no idea why anime likes its fat, sneering mustache men so much, but there's always seems to be one. And
It's probably the writers trying to make their bosses into a villain. That's probably just it.
So
Really.
can we agree that having 3 characters with the initials MB is just kind of clumsy?
Well, there's Madeline Bergman, MB, and who else?
Melissa Bergman. That's what they eventually call her. It's Melissa Bergman.
Oh,
That's the name of the android. It's like MB, MB, MB.
well, I get what they were going for, but then they shouldn't have given her a real name. They should have just called her MB, I guess is the thing.
well, I think the idea is that you know, Madeline Bergman gave her a name and treated her sort of like a daughter, and that contributed to MB sort of going crazy in the end when they tried to shut her down. The this entire story might have been, you know, kind of tragic and touching if it wasn't just an info dump all thrown into the story at once at the very end.
Or if we had met MB more than like twice before this point, even.
Also, what the fuck is going on with Madeline Bergman's face right now?
Oh, the facial
wrong with
animations
your
in this game are
face?
terrible.
Do you have to bob your head up and down like a tokusatsu actor when you're talking? You're not wearing a helmet. You don't need to do that to indicate that your lips are moving.
You see,
But animating facial movements is hard.
No, it is a trope though that I actually can't stand when it comes like when animations are overly theatric because yeah, it's like they're filming a common series. You're absolutely right.
Well, the reason toku actors bob their heads up and down when they talk like that is because they're wearing a big
because
mask
they're wearing
that's
masks
covering
and
their
they can't.
face.
That's the only way they can emote. I get
Yeah.
it, but it's like you don't need to do that.
it's one of those. You know what? It's actually very funny. Where if you look at a lot of old movie films, like for silent films and things like that, people were used to theater acting where you have to be that big so the people in the back can see what your emotions are. But on a TV, you need things to be more subtle.
The Queen Metroid. We actually did just have a question answer. The Queen Metroid didn't have its genes altered, so it actually would have been vulnerable to cold as normal. And presumably so with the Metroids it spat out. There you go.
Okay, but then why didn't we fight a Metroid with the weakness to cold taken away? Because that might have actually been interesting if you had to like figure out.
That might have
another
actually been
solution.
interesting and made the whole Sector Zero thing not a complete waste of our fucking time.
Yeah. That was the solution. Okay, because it would have been a good idea. All right, can't have those in this game. Actually, no, you can. That's why it's frustrating.
So basically, the gist of this plot twist is that MB is Shadow the Hedgehog. Gasp!
It's quite typical for artificial intelligence to evolve as a result of
So basically, the plot of this game is Mother Brain went through puberty, and so everyone died.
It's possible that her interactions with the Metroids brought it about, but we don't know.
Also, they kind of gloss over the fact that the artificial intelligence then made a human body or something like that.
Well, she created a human body for the purpose of bonding with the Metroids through like mothership.
Why do energy-sucking alien jellyfish want human mothers? I don't.
Just for the sake of controlling them.
Well,
I don't get it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they attach to the first thing they see, which in theory should
Yeah.
be their actual mom, which is a.
Well, they go and say it's not just the living thing, but
Here's a question: If the Metroids hatched alone, say Mama was away getting groceries or something, would they imprint on the nearest stick or something?
no, that baby is a rebel day one. I don't condone Metroid spanking, but spank your Metroids. They got.
But where's their ass, though? Like
Yeah,
I've got.
see, that's the thing. It's that their entire thing is an ass. Especially if you put two together, looks like an ass or boobs.
So is that actually like a? Do those exist like Metroid bras, where the bras look like the tops of Metroid?
We should patent pendant those now.
Okay, you can buy them now on the BrainScratch Com's mobile phone line. 1-800. This is not real.
It's a long number.
So yeah, here we are trying to jam a whole character's entire
Man,
arc into
Man, I don't care.
30 seconds.
It's almost like this would have gone along better if we had learned it throughout the game
She took the initials
instead of just
MB
all at the
and
end.
told the AI they stood for Melissa Bergman.
She took the initials MB and told the AI that they stand for Melissa Bergman.
Made it sound like Madeline was calling her her
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah, I knew I was remembering that correctly. Who made that hair clip for her?
Eh.
I guess Madeline.
Why do you make androids powerful than normal humans?
Oh, here's the important question. If they knew that the android had super strength, why did they only get 3 guys to restrain her? This is dumber than that time that one Umbrella mercenary, just shot a bunch of bullets at the scientist guy and let him spill the virus.
Yeah, and Hunk only stops him after he already unloaded a clip. It's like, stop it, you might hit the virus. A little too late on that, man.
It's possible all humans have become the target of her hatred.
It's almost like modeling an AI off of an evil brain monster was a bad
She was able to
idea.
propagate the Metroids in Sector 0.
This is the most stereotypical AI plot ever, so it probably would have happened even if the AI hadn't been modeled after our mother
Yeah,
brain.
I was gonna say, like, building an AI is almost never a good idea unless you know
Crushed her
it's
plan.
going to work. That's why Dr. Lay put X away for 100 years to test its reliability.
And now, she could guess where
Well.
she was and what she planned next.
It usually works out when you're nice to it.
And
Just
her
saying,
hatred is
that's like
entirely focused
3/4 of the
on
plot of the
the
Mass Effect series.
Yeah, but then you had MB mentioned earlier that she was acting way too haughty and sure of herself to get anything done.
Why do you
so,
need
no,
a
that's kind of
gun?
her own fault.
There's a little detail here that kind of confuses me because now MB at this point speaks in a very monotone
Madeline,
voice,
step back.
as if she's an android. It's like, oh, we gotta remind you that she's an android.
I mean, we were wrong.
No, you really weren't,
all over.
Madeline.
Madeline.
She
I
was,
was not wrong.
MB was kind of taking things too far and
Foolish, and I was forced
kind
to
of wasn't
follow
listening to her orders.
No, really.
And yet, because of you, I failed. You must understand the weight of your crime.
Yeah, because she had emotions earlier, so this is weird. Yeah, you're right.
Well, she could have just been acting earlier. Who knows? Who really knows?
But
This
they
character is so
established-
ill-defined.
But they established earlier that she grew to have emotions,
Yeah,
though.
that's the whole entire reason why she went on tantrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't necessarily know that was what the emotions that she was showing to Samus were, because she was pretending to be Madeline Bergman at that point, and pretending to be human.
It looks great on you. That's your name.
No, this week peripheral is stupid. I must kill you with my telepathy.
It's
Wait,
symbolic because she lost her humanity. Oh,
I thought the hair clip was symbolic for the Metroids. Wait,
what you say?
okay.
Oh man, you want to know what will wrap up this entirely very complex plot really quickly? We'll just have the army come in and say that they took care of it. Yeah, that's how we should do it.
Here's the thing. What do these duffers in tin suits think they're gonna do to Samus Aran though?
Yeah, because they established. Well, I mean, this was made before Federation Force was a thing, but they established in Federation Force that even the Galactic Federation's best mechs are like a team of 4 of them is still worse than Samus. So
Doesn't Samus pop into that game occasionally and basically be Dante from Devil May Cry 4?
Samus is the final boss of that game, actually. You have to, after a gigantic and really long protracted fight with the 4 of you against Samus, you finally beat her in Morph Ball form.
Because that's the only way you'll have a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually a decent game. I recommend people play Federation
Yeah, I
Force.
think it's. But you gotta have friends.
If you have friends.
You gotta have friends. Yeah.
It's decent and
It's not the
only
worst thing
problem
ever
was
if you
badly
play it on your
received
own.
was because of the timing.
As I said, the worst thing Federation Force ever did was release before Metroid Samus Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Or
an
released before we
unfortunate victim
knew.
of timing.
Or released before we knew that Metroid games were happening.
Yeah. 'Cause again, yeah, it's a perfectly fine game. It's just, you know, it'll never be viewed as such.
Okay, so the mistake that I think a lot of players made, and that I certainly made, was thinking that you had to fight the monsters in this monster fighting sequence. No, actually you don't. Ignore them. Just point your gun in the general direction of MB.
Once you know that, this fight is over in half a second.
I actually, the first time I played this game, I pointed at her by accident, and then that's
Same.
how I won. It's just, you want a real final boss fight, you know? Like, they build up all this thing about MB, and you think that, oh, you're gonna actually fight Mother Brain, but no, you just point your gun at her, and that's it. That's the end of the fight.
Wait, hang on. That zoom in made no sense. Samus's helmet went with it. What?
Her neck stretched like 50 feet just to confirm the target. A little creepy on the outside. Thank God we didn't see it from a different perspective.
Slow motion.
Keep pay attention to these bullets. All these bullets miss.
What you say?
What a drama queen.
You know, the tragedy of a mother having to kill her own daughter might have been profound had we cared. Also, why MB dying makes all the other monsters stop doesn't make a lot of sense either.
Oh no, not the not the AI android hybrid that was going to try and kill all humans because she was having a whiny fit. The horror.
Okay, dude, I can already tell you're a stereotype because you wanted to show your stereotypicalness to us so bad that you actually made the really stupid decision of walking into this battle zone without armor or a helmet on.
Not to mention,
You also have that stupid Commissar hat.
not even that. Even before all of that, we had the close-up of his sinister smile.
I miss Admiral Dane.
I love Admiral Dane. This guy's no Admiral Dane. Neither is Adam.
Nope. Give Admiral Dade back.
Yeah. What was this jam his peg up this guy's ass?
Samasaran, I heard what happened.
How?
It was all over YouTube.
Performed admirably.
You have earned a free coupon to a free cheesecake at the Galactic Federation cafeteria. Try the veal. It's too expensive for you to afford.
You wouldn't know about that because you don't actually collect bounties now, do you?
Madeline!
Wait, Aaron. Unfortunate what happened to Commander Malkovich. And to think that his entire unit was annihilated. Truly a tragic day.
Was it? I didn't know any of the guys.
Would you
Besides Anthony, I mean.
agree, Aaron?
Can you talk normally, sir?
With them gone,
Lovely day to be a
you're
douchebag.
just
Wouldn't
an
you agree?
outsider. And given your unofficial status, I cannot allow you contact with the witness.
Because we care so much
Bitch, I
about
could-
her. The only thing she's done to us is sick
Okay.
of Queen Metroid on us and try to kill us.
Dude, let's look at this situation rationally. You are an unarmored human.
Transporting illegal cargo like infant Metroids. Bitch, I was bringing that to a Federation science facility to get studied. That wasn't illegal. I was ordered to do so.
You are an unarmored human, and you are provoking this bounty hunter in power armor. Okay, dude,
Stop right there.
seriously.
Who are you?
Well, to be fair, Samus was ordered to kill all of the Metroids, so I guess some would be a little bit peeved that she kept one alive, but
Well, then why bring it to Sarah Station in the first place?
yeah.
What?
Authorized by the chairman of the Galactic Federation.
Also, Anthony has to be like 8 feet tall.
What do you mean?
Well, she's...
Yeah, because Samus is like 6.5 feet tall.
Samus is 6'3" without the armor.
Yeah, so... Like, he's probably, like, 7 feet tall, probably. Which isn't, like, completely unheard of. Like, he was probably one of those people who was terrible at basketball, but people was like, oh, man, you're so tall, you should play basketball. And he got really pissed off about it and joined the army.
Crazy how something good can come out.
So basically, things
What
turned
good
out
came
well.
out of this?
Wait, is that seriously how he shot the...
Yeah, he shot the lava monster.
So he survived because the ice guns work like they shouldn't. Great.
Anthony was trying to be courteous to Madeline.
But she was unconscious and couldn't hear the
She was
compliment.
exhausted and had only just found-
So, basically things turn out well because Anthony survived long enough to get out, and because he received orders from someone higher up than Mr. McSmirkface, he was able to supersede the douchebag's orders, and
I thought that he
Get
was
everyone
ordered
out
by
normal.
Adam. Was the
he was
thing.
ordered by Adam, and Adam was ordered by the chairman, and you know,
So well as wills that ends, Will, right? The facility's been fucking destroyed, Anthony.
not yet. It hasn't.
Oh.
That's on Thursday.
No, something good came out of this
What
because
would have
Anthony
happened
lived.
if we hadn't been called
Yeah,
in?
he's
Kind of
cool.
a conceited douchebag, but still, he's right.
No, he's not a
If you
douchebag.
and
Anthony's
we
cool.
have attacked
No. I mean, like, the only good thing to come out of this is that Anthony lived, and it was like, yeah, you're right. Kind of put yourself on a pedestal there, but you're right.
Melissa wasn't insane. No.
She wasn't insane. She just wanted to kill all humans.
One
Wait.
day, a consciousness simply bloomed within her. And those that caused it to bloom, the humans, called it insanity.
Yeah, because she
Well,
wanted to kill everyone.
Everyone.
Fucking hell, this writing.
That was what Madeline muttered softly as she sank into sleep.
Yeah, she went on a traumatic rampage to kill everything, but who are we?
It was their distorted perception.
Well, you know, they
that
kinda
evoked
tried
such
to
fury in the fledgling
brainwash her.
girl's heart.
Just saying.
Her thought was to punish the foolish and conceited.
By killing everyone who, when it was a small staff on a isolated,
As Melissa,
facility that did it rather than all of humanity. Great
I like
logic
how there's
there.
all this dramatic Star Vision stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to care
It's
about
like
MB
Samus,
at
what's
this
these
point.
fucking constellations that we keep driving through? They look like us.
You know, maybe if we had more than 20 seconds to come to terms with the aspects of this AI's plight, we might have cared enough for this to be touching and stuff.
Had this script been written massively, I think that it could have been a great story. Like it needed to be rewritten
If
rewritten
it was
from.
something completely different. it
Well,
might have
no,
been great.
not even if it had the same basic ideas, but was just
The same basic ideas, but fleshed out.
Yeah,
You know,
it
fleshed out and better paced.
Yeah, that's basically it. This script is not irredeemable. There's nothing here of worth. That's what
Well,
makes it
I
more
would say the
frustrating.
script is irredeemable. The outline is not.
That's a better way to put it.
The scenario is different from the script.
Yeah, the scenario has a lot to offer, and they kind of blew it.
I heard Adam's voice in my head.
Hey, you remember when seeing Samus Aran outside of her armor for like 2 seconds was a reward for getting a speed run completion done?
Yeah, no, like to get this much screen time with Zero Suit Samus, we must have like
In that
finished
moment,
36 Metroid games in 2 hours. God damn.
And for the first time,
It is interesting to see the kind of stuff she wears when she's not in the Zero Suit, though.
Yeah, no.
Apparently, she likes really bulky
has casual
uniform
shows.
shirts and heel boots.
Again, a missed opportunity and shocking given the development team that we don't have alternate costumes to, play New Game Plus and all that sort of thing, like casual Samus. or
Yeah, but
Casual Samus
Yeah.
shooting Dragon Ball Z key blasts
Yeah.
everywhere.
why not?
Well, the Justin Bailey outfit.
space and atoms
Also,
joined together.
can I just say, Anthony's head looks naked without the helmet.
That last smile as Adam drifted away.
Well, because if it weren't for his actual face, it would just be a round blob. Yeah, Samus is 6'3", and she's wearing heels, and Anthony is towering above her.
Yeah, so he's got to be like 7'2" or something like that.
God damn.
Hey, Anthony, you should play basketball. Oh, damn it, Samus.
Oh, okay, I haven't heard that one before. Fuck you.
Okay, we had a dramatic look out the window, but then Samus stops and is like, wait, I wasn't feeling it that time. Let's try again.
Shit, I left the oven on. Oh, no.
And then she remembers, no, I was wrong. I turned it off. Never mind. Walks away.
And
Nope.
nothing of value was accomplished this
This
day.
dramatic pull-out shot of the city would have been a lot more effective if we had any idea of where this was. I mean, I
Or what's
assume
going
it's
on here.
Galactic Federation capital city or something. But what planet is it? What's the name of the city?
The entire planet is the Galactic Federation.
Ugh. Coruscant, then.
Sure, why not?
Coruscant with more water, judging by that pullback shot.
Yay, it's over.
Yay!
Wait, no, it's not. Oh, damn it.
We still have the after game. Oh well.
Eh.
We'll discuss our final thoughts there.